It's been a very heartbreaking 24 hours for the Scott County Sheriff's Office, for law enforcement, really for the entire state of Kentucky after Deputy Conley was shot and killed last night. And as that procession made its way to this funeral home behind me, people were understandably emotional for that life gone far too soon.
Because I have to. This is someone's son, someone's father, and he was doing the right thing. He's trying to protect all of us.
From Frankfort to Cynthiana, hundreds lined the streets paying respects to Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley. Conley was shot and killed Monday night on Interstate 75 during a routine traffic stop. He later died at the hospital. Conley leaves behind a family.
Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful tribute. It means a lot that there are so many people who still want the right way of life.
Conley served in the Scott County Sheriff's Office for 4 years. He also served 8 years in the Army. Patsy Custard of Cynthiana coming out to pay her respects to the fallen officer and the law enforcement community.
I'm glad to be out here to show that I support his grandmother and his family and all of the people of Cynthiana. And just God be with his family, especially his wife and his little kids.
Law enforcement officers from across the state taking part in the escort from Georgetown, Lexington, Kentucky State Police, and beyond. Lieutenant Tuan Creer of the Harrison County Sheriff's Office says even though Conley worked in Scott County, he cared deeply about the Harrison County community. He says Conley was heavily involved in the lives of young children there.
When he became a police officer, his whole goal in life was to make it better for the children in the future. So, and I know that he's going to be greatly missed by both communities.
A huge American flag draped over the highway near downtown Cynthiana, honoring the officer in blue. Now, the Sheriff's Office says that a fund has been set up in Conley's memory. Donations can be made at any Whitaker Bank to the Deputy Caleb Conley Memorial Fund. A GoFundMe for that memorial fund has also been created. You can find all that information out on our website, WTVQ.com. I'm live in Cynthiana. Justin Walker, ABC 36 on your side.
Well, TG, as you could see, weather cooperating out there for the procession today. Certainly a warm day out there, very summer-like, but dry, thankfully.
Yeah, we had just a couple of isolated cells as expected southwest of Lexington. A few of those left over in a weakened state, but generally it's felt more like summer. Humidity levels up a bit. You could kind of see the haze in the air and some of those taller towering cumulus clouds developing up and down the I-75 corridor. All we got left, this was a fairly healthy thunderstorm a couple of hours ago coming out of Lincoln County across northern parts of Casey County. Now it's northwest of Campbellsville and Taylor County around Saloma. We've got Boundary and some lift and moisture out here to the west. So these storms are actually working from from northeast to southwest, that is, and a few popping along the I-65 corridor. Got some filtered sun, but you see the haze. Our Bluegrass Pace Carrier Skyview HD camera network, Hickson Funson Cam, checking out Hamburg, east side of Lexington, even with a northeast wind all the way up to 82. It's 84 in Frankfort. Elsewhere in the upper 70s to around 80. And farther east you go, the air is a bit drier. You see the green, western part of the viewing area and out in western Kentucky, dew points and humidity levels higher there. Any isolated cell popping up west of Lexington, it'll go by the wayside after we lose the sun from the afternoon and early evening. Mid-50s in the morning. We'll do it all again tomorrow without the isolated storm threat. We got a frontal boundary, which is dry, that's going to drop in here later in the week, and that will knock our temperatures down a bit, but it will be pleasant as we head toward the upcoming holiday weekend. More on that in your 7-day in just a few.
We continue our ABC 36 team coverage as we learn more about the man accused of killing Deputy Conley. Stephen Chashong is facing a list of charges, including murder of a police officer, assault, and robbery. He was booked in the Fayette County Detention Center overnight. His arrest report says he's a convicted felon and appeared to be under the influence of drugs and alcohol at the time of his arrest. ABC 36's Anna Medina has more on the timeline of how things transpired. Anna?
It all started during a routine traffic stop on I-75 around 5 last night. According to the suspect's arrest report, Deputy Conley attempted to pull over Stephen Chashong when he was approaching the car. That's when the suspect reportedly shot the deputy. Conley was then taken to a UK hospital where he later died. The arrest report says Chashong then drove into a neighborhood off Paris Pike and forced his way into a home, pointing a gun at the homeowners and then taking their keys to their van and driving off. Just before 60 citation says Chashong pulled into Rose and Jim's bar in Lexington on Georgetown Road, shot another person, and then took their car. Police say they found the stolen vehicle on Whitney Avenue using the city's flock license plate reader system and traffic cameras. Chashong was arrested a short time later at a home on Charles Avenue. Scott County Sheriff Tony Hampton says Deputy Conley died doing his job.
Look what happened to him. A coward coming through our county on I-75 took his life, took him away from his family.
And it's not the first time the suspect's been in trouble with the law. His arrest report says he's a convicted felon in Campbell County. And just last week, Chashong was also charged with a burglary here in Fayette County. Now, Chashong will be in court tomorrow for that burglary charge in Fayette County. For now, Anna Medina, ABC 36 on your side.
You can read more about the charges as well as condolences that continue to pour in for Deputy Conley and that GoFundMe that's now been set up for his family. All of that on our website, WTVQ.com. In other news tonight, U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell joining national and local leaders in a groundbreaking ceremony for a new forage animal production lab on the University of Kentucky campus. The new $65.9 million facility housing the Forage Animal Production Research Unit expected to be finished in 2026 and will encompass more than 52,000 square feet of office, support, and research lab space. It'll also house a collaborative area and 8 bay greenhouses. The new building will be staffed by 6 scientists and 7 UK researchers, along with lab techs and administrative personnel. Still ahead, we'll take you to a ribbon cutting for the Hearing and Speech Center's newest facility. Plus, in our Nation View, more debt talk, but still no compromise. The latest on plans to raise the debt limit so the government can pay its bills.